What's up, and we're back here with a new video. I know I haven't made a video in a while. Today I'm gonna do a video collection over my PlayStation 1 collection. As you can see, I have quite a few, so this video might be a bit long. This is my game room, and so I have a few things here and there. That's my my Gundam collection right there, and a few other stuff that I have here. Some paint and stuff. I did this painting myself right here. And then some other stuff right here. My Vivo wall. But yeah, so let's get right into the video. And as you can see, I have kind of limited room running out. The first game I have here is Animaniacs, I think was what it's called. And this is a bowling game. It's alright for what it was. We got it for $3. Next up, we got down here Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, which is a really cool game. You can see right there. It came out as well for the Nintendo 64. I'm not sure how hard that game is to find nowadays. I think I bought it for $20. We have Battle Arena 10, something like that. Some random shit. Just a random fighting game, going around the time of Soul Calibur or Soul Blade or whatever it's called. So they were trying to make games based on that style and stuff. Transformer Beast Wars, my favorite Transformers. This game is really hard to get into, but once you figure out the controls and stuff, it's a really fun game. Let me reach over here and see what I can find. Transformers Beast Wars, Transmetal. You can find this game on the Nintendo 64 as well. I think it's a little harder to find. This is a fighting game right here. The other one is kind of like an adventure game. And the hit detection and stuff like that is kind of off. So kind of hard to play. Blade, Let It Rip. First, show season. It's alright. It's weird and hard to get the controllers to work as well. Bloody Roar 2. Really cool game. Fighting game, of course. People turn into animals. I recommend this game a lot. Next we got Bomberman, and this one I believe was kind of like a party edition. Oh yeah, yes it is. So you have a few party modes there. Really fun game to play with people, and I think you can play 4 players if I remember correctly. Yeah, multi-tap. 1 to 5 players right there. So really fun game. Breakout. Believe it or not, I had a lot of fun playing this game. This is kind of like pinball kind of game. Not pinball. What is it called? Pong kind of game, I believe. That's what it's called. And so it's really fun. You just try to break stuff with this metal ball and try to go through levels and stuff. Bugs Bunny, Lost in Time. Really cool platformer game. Really awesome. I recommend it. I remember it used to be high in price. I'm not sure how it is now. Same thing with the second game. Bugs Bunny, Entas, Time Buster. Same deal. Really fun games for the PlayStation right there. Bushido Blade. Really cool game. You hit your opponent one time and they're usually dead. Really fun game. Second one was made. Bushido Blade 2. They just upgraded something, hit detection, new characters, the whole deal, new weapons, stuff like that. Buster Brawl collection, which includes the Buster Bubble people thingies, and that's what it is. So I had some of these games for the PC when I was little, and I really had a lot of fun. On the PC is better, of course, but I really like this game. the collection. Now next up is a really cool game. Capcom versus SNK Pro. $25 when I bought it. Fighting game, really cool game. I believe it came out for the Dreamcast as well. I don't remember. This is Captain Tabuzza, or as you know, the Latino people call it, Super Campeones. I imported this game for my brother, but I ended up keeping it, of course. It's a sports simulator, so it's kind of like a turn-based kind of thing. It's fun, hard to get into too. They made a bunch of these games, not even for the NES or Super Famicom or all those kind of things. Super Nintendo, PlayStation 2. Then we have Captain Tabuzza, Getting Into Tomorrow, which this is an actual soccer game, and I think they made one here in America called Super Shot or something like that, and it was based on this game. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I think when I bought this game was $30. I think it went up in price lately. Of course, the probably one or the best Castlevania game of all times right there. I got a few other PlayStation 2s that I just got, but I haven't been able to add them up to the collection. I cataloged most of the stuff. Chrono Cross, supposed to be the sequel, I believe, of Chrono Trigger, but not really. RPG game. I haven't played it much, so I won't be able to tell you much about it. Next we got Crash Bandicoot, the original. Not much to say about that. You know, probably one of the greatest platforms created, as well as the second one and the third one, of course. And this one has the holographic things. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but yeah, I have a second one because you know, just in case the other one doesn't work or something. Crash Bash, you know, your party kind of game. CTR, Crash Team Racing, really fun game. A lot of people compare it to Mario 64. Well, Mario Kart 64. There we go. I still like Mario Kart 64 better. Croc, the little dinosaur-looking thing, a platformer game. Also on the PC, I believe. I'm not sure if the first one was or the second one, but I played the second one on the PC, and that was way better on the PC, of course. But there is the second one right there. Dark Stalkers right there. 3, the third one, because I think I bought the collection for the PSP, and it came with, I think, all of them. So I only have the third one. Really cool front cover there. Digimon Battle Cards, really cool game. Really cool Digimon game. I really liked it. It's really hard to get into it, but once you get the hang of it, it's really awesome. Then we have Digimon Rumble Arena, really fun fighting game. Then we have Digimon World, probably my favorite Digimon game, and probably one of my favorite games of all time. Oops. Let's see what else we got here going on. Digimon World 2. This one became more of a dungeon crawler for some reason, and so you have to go through dungeons and stuff, and not as fun as the first one. Digimon World 3 was a more of a RPG-ish kind of thing, kind of more like a Pokemon. I like that one more than the second one. The second one's probably the worst Digimon World game. Then we got Dino Crisis. Bought it for $7. Then we got Dino Crisis 2, $13. I think these games go for $25 nowadays, so pretty good deal there. Toy Story 2, platformer. Tarzan, another platformer. Both of them are real cool. But my favorite out of all the Disney ones, I think, might be the Hercules one. Really fun game. These I actually found at a Hobbs Closet one time, and I don't remember if I did a video about them. But yep, Dragon Ball Final Bout. It's alright. All the PlayStation Dragon Ball Z games were not the greatest. But yep, and I found it at a Goodwill for $4. I actually found the 3 games. There's the Dragon Ball one. I don't remember that. I think it might be Battle. No, it's not Battle. Battle. No, Battle is the other one. I don't remember this one. It's alright too. I really like the cover out on all of the games. The Japanese one, of course. And then we got the Ultimate Battle 2. Look at this bad cover right here. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, like I said, those are kind of iffy. Dragon Baylor, or whatever it's called. When I was younger, I got this game as a bootleg, and when I got to the second disc, I couldn't play it. I couldn't finish it. So later on, I went and bought it, and I still haven't finished it. Evil Zone, I believe. This is a fighting game. I like it. It was really interesting. The mechanics were really interesting. The way you do the combos. Fear Effect. And I'm not sure if they're doing something else with this series. I think they're maybe coming out with something new for it. I'm not sure. I was looking around and it looked like it was. It's pretty cool. FIFA 98. And believe it or not, all the FIFA games are kind of hard to find for some reason. And you know why? Because soccer is the most popular sport in the whole world. But yeah, so same thing with FIFA 99. Really cool game. This is Final Fantasy Anthology, which comes with the 5th, I believe, 5th game and the 6th game. And then this one is Final Fantasy Chronicle Origins, or I think it was, yeah, Origins. And this one comes with the first one and the second one. And for whoever doesn't know, Final Fantasy, they're all RPGs. And then this one is the 4th one, and it comes with the version of Chrono Trigger, which I'm not sure if if they messed up things on it or whatever. And then we have Final Fantasy 7, waiting on the remake. Final Fantasy Tactics, turn-based kind of thingy. Final Fantasy, I think it's 9, and I think I have. No, it's not 9. Is it 9? Oh, yeah, it's 9, and I think I have 8 somewhere. Ghost in the Shell. This is a weird game. Oh yeah, this one don't have the bag. But you control one of the little robots, and you do missions. You go up buildings and stuff. Gundam Battle Assault, really fun game. Gundam Battle Assault 2, way better than the second one. I mean the first one. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. For some reason I really enjoyed the games for the PlayStation 2 Harry Potter. I mean PlayStation 1 Harry Potter games, made by EA, of course. And I don't know, for some reason they have this, style or something that makes them really fun. I really enjoy them. Probably some of my favorite PlayStation games right there. Hot Wheels, Stream Racing. Friend gave it to me, so keep them there. International Superstar Soccer, Pro 98. These games are kind of like they're the first part of the new games of what's it called, PES, and they used to be called International Superstar Soccer or whatever. Really fun game. Inuyasha, fighting game right here. It's pretty fun. Then we get into King of Fighters, 95. Then we get 98. Pretty cool games. This game I found a Goodwill, $5 right there, and he has a weird name. It's like Cold Del Cow or something like that, some random thing. And I believe it's a horror game or something like that, adventures horror game, some deal like that. I haven't played it. What is this? The Chopper Runner, the Looney Tunes. I forgot what it was. I don't remember what this was about. I think it's a adventure platformer game too. Jurassic Park Lost World with the holographic thing. Pretty cool. Platformer, really fun game. I really like that game. Marvel Superheroes. Another fighting game, one of the first ones. Really fun. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, and I wish I would have got the Sega Saturn one. Like you cannot beat the last boss because you cannot switch your characters, and on the other one you can on the Sega Saturn one. But still, it's really fun game, super fun game. Marvel vs. Capcom, the first one. Oops. Let's see if I can get medieval real quick. Metal Gear Solid. And behind that one we got medieval. I think it's the first one, yeah. Which I heard they were gonna make a remake of it, and there is kind of like a remake as well on the PSP. So I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Nothing, you know, else can be said about this game. Really fun game. Monster Ranger, you know, going around with the Pokemon era. So this was a anime show, and it's based on monsters. They come out of like these discs, and you train them, you battle with them. Here's the second one. Third one comes on PlayStation 2, fourth one comes on PlayStation 2, and then some random spin-off. And I think the fifth one came, the fifth one I think is the evil one or whatever, but I don't remember. This is the battle ones. This is episode 2. I think episode 1 came out on the Game Boy Advance, I believe. Monster Rancher Hop and Bound. It's alright. Monster Inc. Adventure platformer. You know, all those good old Disney games. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Really cool game. Fighting game, of course. Bunch of characters. A lot of fatalities and some other random shit. Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit. Really enjoyed those games. They were some of my first games when I was little. Nightmare Creatures, really fun game. Second version came out on the, or second part came out on the Dreamcast. Oral Odyssey, really fun game. It's kind of like a, I would say like a tactical platformer. And here's the art world, and I think this one's the first one, the other one's the second one, if I remember correctly. Mega Boost. It's kind of like a arcade game, shoot 'em up. This one's Pandemonium, and I believe this one came out on the Dreamcast as well. Adventure platformer game, I believe. And then this is Parasite Eve, and I actually bought this from GameStop, the online thing, for like $6, I think it was. And it actually came in a case. Lately, I've been buying a few more on GameStop retro website thingy, and I noticed a pattern where the GameCube games come in cases, but the PlayStation and tried to buy a few Dreamcast games, and they don't come in cases. Big Race USA, I think it's a pinball. Never played it. Art types, and I think this has no one's not the one. I think there was one that had like 2 games in it, but I don't remember which one it was. Raid Racers, I had to print out this cover because when I bought it, they didn't have one. So Rayman, the original, and I don't know whose name that is. And this one was an action platformer, really fun, 2D. Later on, the second one came out, they went through 3D, and really fun game as well. It came out as on the Nintendo 64, and I believe it has a different level or something like that. Race Storm, really fun game, really cool game. I recommend this game. It's expensive though, so let's shoot 'em up. Resident Evil Director's Cut, first one. Resident Evil 2. And Resident Evil Nemesis, which is the third one. And lately I've been buying a lot of GameCube games, and so I got the third one and the first one. Kind of like the re-releases or whatever, remake things. Rival School, super fun fighting game. Probably one of the best games I ever played on the PlayStation 2. I mean PlayStation 1. Really fun game. What's it called? This one, Samurai Showdown 3, I believe. And last week I bought the anthology on the Wii, and it has all the games and I think a new one. Silent Hill for 20 bucks. I couldn't pass it. And the thing that happened is that they put the wrong label, so it's their fault. Soul Blade. This is Soul Calibur, and this one came out as well on the Dreamcast. Pretty cool fighting game, of course. Soul of the Samurai, I never played it. I'm not sure how it is. Not having even tested it. Spider-Man for the PlayStation 1. For some reason, I love these 2 games. Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 Enters Electro. Really, really fun games. It kind of gives you the vibe, you know, all the old, good old 90s comic books, and you know, X-Men TV show, Spider-Man TV show, you know. Spyro the Dragon. Oops, let's keep the first one right here. That's the second one, and this is the third one. Year of the Dragon. And now the remakes are coming out. So last week I bought Star Gladiator, which is a Capcom fighting game, and I always wonder where this guy came from when you play Capcom vs. Marvel 2, and now we know. This is Star Wars, Dark Forces, and I don't have the case. I mean the font thingy, whatever you call it. Star Wars Demolition. This game also came out on the Dreamcast. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I got it just because it was only $4. I think I got it because I did a trade-in and I had like extra money and I didn't want to go back or whatever. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. Taken 2. I don't have Taken 1. Taken 3. Probably some of the best fighting games right there. Tennis, which I didn't really play much. Balan Before Time, another kids adventure game, platformer thing. This is the racing one. So you just take your little dinosaur and race away. The Legend of Dragoon, $6. I bet. Never played it. I haven't even tested it. Time Crisis. Tiny Toons. This is another racing game, if I remember correctly. Something like that. I don't remember. Double number 1. This has Akira Toriyama's designs. As you can see right there, it's a fighting game, but for some reason it has this mode where you can like explore some stuff and some random like square rooms. It's fun, I like it. Warpath Jurassic Park, fighting game, dinosaur game, really cool. When I bought it, I bought it for 20 bucks, but I think now it's kind of expensive. Woody Woodpecker racing game, kind of like the Crash game. Let's see which one is this one. Rawson, WWE, X-Men, Children of the Atom, really fun game. This one's before Marvel, started doing all the crossover stuff. X-Men Mutant Academy, another fighting game. And here's the second one. I like them, they're kind of interesting. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, really fun game. And that's it. That's my whole PlayStation 1 collection. I know this video is a little bit lengthy, but I thought you had a lot of PlayStation 1 collection. Games. Yeah, if you wanna see some other collection, my other collections that I have here, videos on the YouTube, they have increased probably by like 30%. So I don't know if I wanna redo them or just like, for example, the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4, the Xbox games. Now it covers like almost the whole thing. My Wii. But yeah, so if you have any questions or suggestions or whatever, leave them in the comments, and peace out.